Hey guys, Mark here with My Whistle and Flute. So I am fast approaching my 1 year anniversary of the day I started mywhistleandflute.com, from the time I put my very first PVC flute up for sale. About 7 years ago, I decided I wanted to try to find something that I enjoyed doing, that if possible, I could create a secondary stream of income in addition to my regular job. Because hey, let's just be honest about it. We may not be able to work our regular jobs forever, and I wanted to know if I could build a steady income off of something that I truly loved. So I tried a lot of things. All right, I have a lot of passions and a lot of hobbies, but not everything translates easily into an income stream. So one of the things I did is I actually carved golf balls. In fact, let me show you one. Okay. Let me show you a bunch of them. Okay, so here's an example. I cannot play golf for the life of me. But what I do like to do is actually take the golf balls and carve faces into them. So here's one, and that I did. I've got a whole bunch of them back there on my. Here's one I did around Christmas time. And this is actually carved out of the rubber inside of the golf ball. And then here's another little Christmas elf that I did. So I really think these turned out pretty good, and I liked them. And I've sold some of them. I have probably sold 10 or 12 of them in the last few years. I've given a lot away as gifts. But I figured out really quick that it was not going to translate into something that I could really make a decent income. For one, because each of them takes so long, and it's such a small market of people looking for heads carved out of golf balls. Another thing that I did was do some eggshell carving and painting. And I actually have one of those here as well. So here's one that I did. And it is a lighthouse scene, and I did freehand painting of that lighthouse. Then I even went so far, in fact, I'm going to turn this light off here so you can see a little bit better, of running some mini LED lights up inside of it, so that when I turn them on, there you've got the sun setting in the background there, and the little light on the inside of the house, and the light from the lighthouse itself. And so, boy, that was really cool, and I was happy to be able to do that. Again, I sold a couple to some family members and such, but I realized that shipping eggshells around the country was problematic. Several of them broke. I got into blogging, and I even started a podcast, which had a little bit of success, but there was no real way for me to translate that into income short of advertising, and you really have to have quite a big audience to be able to do that. So I tried I wrote a couple of ebooks. I've still got one ebook out there that I get about $8 a month that comes in through Amazon, which, okay, that's $8. That's great every year, so just a little bit less than $100 a year. What is it? 8 times 12. Yeah, $96 a year. Woo! I'm not going to get rich off of that. But the point is, I tried a lot of different things. And I know my family and my wife got sick of every new idea that I would come up with. Finally, a little over a year ago, because I love music so much, I was doing some searching around for a way to make some of my own flutes, because I was spending so much money on buying flutes. And I came across some people that had the idea of PVC flutes, and I said, I want to make those, but if I'm going to make them, I want to make them really good, really a good quality product. So I made some, and trial and error. The first ones weren't all that great. And then I finally made some that I thought, hey, these sound good, and some people might like these. I threw them up on Etsy, and within a month, I had a sale. And then I've had more sales, and now I'm approaching nearly 100 sales in under 12 months, and it's growing. My website is growing. I'm getting some traction here on YouTube. Still, under 100 subscribers, but that's growing. And I have every month, I'm getting between $200 and $300 in sales. Some months much less than that, but it's averaging out. I'm really enjoying it. The point is, I don't know what it is that you have a desire and a passion to do. For me, it was finding a way to have a little bit of residual income while doing something that I loved. Let me tell you about something else I did. I got onto Fiverr.com and I started advertising that I would write 400 words for $5. And in 1 month's time, I made $1,000 writing 400 words for $5. You can calculate how much time I had to spend. Pretty much all I did in my free time was write 400-word short little articles for people that wanted them. And you know what I realized? I did not want to spend the rest of my life writing 400-word articles. I don't care if I could make $1,000 extra a month. I was absolutely miserable. So but I was trying things, and I wanted to try things. I just want to encourage you. If you've got a dream, if you've got a goal, if you've got a passion, go after that. Don't be afraid to try all different kinds of things. And hey, don't be afraid to walk away from something that you've tried when it's not working. Because sometimes the things we try don't work. So instead of just continuing to do something, it's hard to know when to push through something that's difficult and when something is just not going to work. But I think deep down inside we know, look, we tried this, it didn't work. I'm a big fan of saying, I wanted to try this, I did try this, and now I'm just going to stop because I don't have enough hours in the day to try everything. So if this isn't working in a relatively short period of time, I'm just going to walk away. I guess I'm glad that Thomas Edison didn't do that with the light bulb or we wouldn't have it. But I'm just saying, for me, I needed to know right in a fairly short period of time, is this something, A, that I like doing, B, is it something that will accomplish the goal that I have set, and C, could I continue to do it and still work my regular job, spend time with my family, and everything like that. So for me, the answer with these PVC flutes and whistles was absolutely yes. And it has been an incredible journey. And you guys have been an awesome group of supporters. I really, really appreciate everything that you've done. Whether you've purchased one of my flutes and whistles or whether you've just offered some words of encouragement. It's all awesome. That's one of the reasons that I know that this, at least for now, is meeting the level of expectation that I had set. And I'm super excited about it. What are you excited about? Right now, if you could do something, if you had a goal and a dream, what would it be? Go for it. If the first thing you try doesn't work, try another thing, and another thing, and another thing, until you will finally land. For me, it took nearly 7 years before I landed on PVC flutes and whistles. 7 years. But it was an awesome journey. I tried things, I learned things, I grew, I experienced, and then I finally found the thing that would work. So start today. Maybe it won't take 7 years for you. Maybe you'll hit it on the very first try. Maybe it'll take 7 weeks, maybe 7 months. I don't know how long it's going to take. All I know is I don't want to live the rest of my life not trying to follow my dreams and pursue my passions. And I don't want you to do that either. Go for it. Start today. Have a dream. Sit down and put your mind to something and then go for it. Try it. If it doesn't work, chuck it and try something else. But if I can do it, you can do it. I know you can. Thank you for all your support. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for subscribing to these YouTube videos, whether I know you personally or not. Most of you I do not know, but I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about your dreams and your passions and your desires. Let me know. And in the meantime, find what you want to do and go for it. And I'll be right here rooting you on. Let me know how I can encourage you. Have a great day.